Because I think what it is, even though there's no disrespect to anybody who does it, but I think it's sanctioned cheating. I really do. Because if you're saying you're the, like, let's say Kamaru Usman is the 170-pound champion. Kamaru Usman weighs 170 pounds for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy's massive. You know, he's a solid 200 or close to it. He's a thick fella. You know, he's not really 170 pounds. And that's no fault of his own. Everybody he fights is the same way. Whether it's Masvidal or, you know, all of them. Everybody he fights. They're all big people. You know, Tyron was a giant guy at 170. He was never really 170 either. No. But if they just fought at their weight class, like what they actually weigh, I think they would feel better. They'd perform better. I think you'd have a longer career. You'd probably have less injuries.
More exciting fights.
Exciting fights. You'd have more energy. You know, and I think the solution is the UFC needs more weight classes. I really believe that every 10 pounds is the way to go.
I agree. And I was the same way, man. I would cut to 45s and I would put on about 20 pounds, 18 to 20 pounds that
you're
night.
Looking thick right now, fella. You're looking about 180. What do you weigh?
70.
Cut the shit.
I'm 170.
I'll bring a fucking scale out here right now.
Let's do it.
Look how thick you are. You look like a gorilla.
I'm just trying to be like you, Joe.
When you weighed 145, man, how vicious was that cut for you?
It was pretty brutal. I mean, I walked around, you know, when I was making weight consistently and training consistently, you know, 2, sometimes even 3 times a day. Dude, I walked around like 168, 165 to 168, and I was cutting down to 45s.
And how would you do it? How many pounds would you lose day of weigh-in?
Usually I would try to get down to about 5 the day of, and I would cut all water weight, 5 to 6 sometimes even.
So would you just really restrict your diet the week of?
Yeah. I mean, I'd say probably, I mean, I ate pretty clean throughout. About 3 weeks out, I really started cutting back on portion size. And then...
Look at you. Jesus Christ, son. Shredded.
Lean.
Shredded.
Yes. Yeah, I haven't looked like that in a while, bro.
2014. Well, that's the funny thing is that's what everybody likes. They like to see people look like that, but that shit ain't healthy.
No,
like
dude,
that bodybuilder look.
Like shit, yeah.
Those guys are dying.
Yeah, I would get my ass kicked if I fought right there.
Isn't it crazy though? Because everybody thinks God, he looks amazing because you can see his six pack. So tired, right?
So different.
See,
there we go.
That's different. That's ready to
the
go.
Next day, I'm all full of water and
ready to go.
Yep, ready to go. I got a full belly.
How much of a hit do you think it takes off of your ability to perform, though, the fact that you do that 24 hours before?
I notice it. Like I almost wish that I would do this more through training camps when I was doing it, but try to do a mock cut and then try to fine-tune exactly what to eat after. Because even my entire career, I mean, I would try to have the same things that I would eat, but, you know, you don't always feel 100% the next day. I don't think I ever felt 100% for any fight. You know, you cut that much weight, you feel good, but when you get in there and it's like, I could go through 10 5-minute rounds and be just relentless in training, being able to eat and be hydrated. And then you get in there and obviously nerves play a big factor too, but you know, 3 rounds, you're already like, fuck, man, I feel this, you know? And I don't know if that's from dehydrating so much, my body's just not back to full. Or
it has to have an effect.
Yeah, I think it does.
It has to. It just has to. You know, I mean, it's just not good for you. And it's so counterproductive. It's counterintuitive. Like 24 hours before, literally one of the most dangerous things in all of sports, a cage fight. You're gonna dehydrate yourself literally to the point of death.
Yeah, dude. And my Frankie fight, I think I messed up big time. I was using God, I can't remember his name. It was a dietitian, which I'd never used through any of my fights before. You
never used any like Dolce or any of those guys?
I never did. Like I asked them for some advice here and there from time to time, but God, I can't remember this dude. It's
Lockhart.
Yep. And used those guys, and it was a whole system. And there was like natural diuretics that you use, and you know, I'd never done any of that, and I just think it dehydrated my head too much or something. Like,
really?
I mean, if you watch the fight, Frankie like barely clipped my nose, and it was just like lights out.
Wow.
You know, I've been hit by Aldo harder than that, and just like bounced back. You know, and it's like, I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like I never did that after.
Well, a lot of people like when they make a cut, like Aldo's a good example, right? Like Aldo was the king at 45 forever. Now he's figured out how to get to 35, and he looks
insane.
fucking great.
Yeah.
He looks great at 35. But he had to figure it out. He had to dial it in, and he had to do it several times until he really got it down. And now
I think he's lost a lot of muscle mass. You have to. Like when I cut the 25s, like you got to do a lot of fasting, like fasted cardio, fasted workouts to where your body's basically eating your muscle. You know, you feel like shit when it's happening, but you're shrinking up. And then once you get to that point where you know, where you want to be, your body kind of adjusts and gets used to it. And now that's your size, you know? Yeah,
when Cam was racing, when he was running the Moab 240, I forget what the exact calorie count was, but what he did was he, like, let's say, burned 3,000 calories, ate 2,500 calories. And I was like, fuck. Just hearing that made me tired.
Dude,
that's what he did.
He's a beast, man. That guy's such a beast.
He's got discipline on top of discipline.
It's crazy.
It's a wild thing to see.
I wish I could find that mindset that Cam has. Like, where do you find that? I don't think you can, but.
Well, I mean, he's sort of cultivated it over his life, you know, and he's just made it more and more focused as he's gotten older and older and gotten used to the grind. And it's become just a natural part of his life. But what's fascinating is it's self-imposed. You know, it's very few people have that kind of discipline. The only ones I know of like him are like him and Goggins. And the difference between him is he has a full-time job, which is really crazy.
It's nuts.
Full-time 9-to-5 job. And still has time to do all that other shit.
And then he'll go run a marathon,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, he'll run a marathon a day. A day.
Yeah.
They tell you if you run a marathon, you're supposed to take months off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just going to do one a day. It's fucking crazy, man. I think I'd give up from the foot pain. Like, I see his feet, like, going into those big races, and I'm just like, dude, like, I'm doing some boxing training. I get a blister on my toe, and I'm like, fuck, man.
Have you seen Goggins' feet?
Oh, dude.
There's a photo of, you know, there's these memes going around when I sat down next to Connor when Connor had a broken leg and I was interviewing him. It has me interviewing like the 9/11 tower, and also it's got me interviewing Goggins' feet. Have you seen it, Jamie? If you can't find it, I'll send it to you, Jamie, because Dave sent it to me, and it's just it's so disgusting. His feet are so gross. Have you seen it?
I mean, I know the feet picture, but
here, I'll find it for you. It's so ridiculous.
All those memes were hilarious. It's so funny.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna send it to you, Jamie. Yeah, the internet wins always.
Always undefeated.
Here, Jamie. It's but these feet. This is what happens when you run the kind of miles that Goggins runs. I mean, they're so disgusting. They're so destroyed. And he keeps running on them. That's the thing. It's like, look at that.
Oh, God.
Look at those toes.
Dude, no.
Look at his big toes.
Oh, they look like they're about to fall off.
Yeah, well, their nails are gone. There's no nails on both of them. They're cracked and destroyed. He's still got crazy long toe fingers too, right?
Yeah, look
how long his toes are.
It's almost like he's got another toe coming out of the one you're interviewing.
But they're like fingers. Look how long they are.
Yeah, dude.
That dude put some miles on those fucking feet, man.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he does it too. Like, he was doing it with like some pretty serious meniscus damage. My friend operated on him and cleaned up some of his meniscus and said his meniscus was hard like leather. He said it's like never cut through meniscus like that before.
That's insane. He's got to get a saw to cut through it.
He said he bent the knife.
No.
Yeah, like legitimately.
Dude,
yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, I guess those guys are just so mentally tough. It's like
he's hardening everything.
Yeah.
His bones,
I don't care.
meniscus,
I feel
cartilage.
pain. I don't care. Yeah.
It's
crazy.
I guess, you know, when you think about it, your body does adapt to a lot of shit. The problem is most people never push past the pain that it takes to adapt to something like that.
I think that's key right there.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
Did you do a lot of running when you were fighting?
I did, but I did a lot of road biking. I liked riding, just kind of zoning out and just doing, 40 miles, 50 miles.
Better on your knees too, right?
I think so, yeah, and my lower back. I when I run, it's probably because I'm top heavy, but yeah, I noticed my lower back gets pretty sore. Like, I ran last night and it's sore today, but it's just those things that the aches and pains you got to push through.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that thing that you might be doing?
Yeah, let's do it. We got a
big
announcement.
Push this microphone in front of you. You just get there you go, like that. So tell me what is this announcement? What's going on? The way that guy should be standing there. If I was that guy, I would be in that car as fast as I could. I'd climb into the passenger side. Like, fuck this. Because danger, do not approach wildlife.
I went up to watch the bison hunting season there in Yellowstone in the Gardner entrance, south entrance, or north entrance to the park. And a bunch of the tribes were down doing their harvest. And I was riding with Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks. Got to do a little ride along. And it was the most successful hunt they've ever had. So this was 3 years ago now. Tons of snow in the park. Some old cow bison decided to just lead everybody out. And there's like hunt rosters. So you draw your bison tag, but then you can also be on a list in case those tags get filled, which they never do. But this year it did happen. And then all the tribes came up for their harvest, and it was amazing. Like, there were people knocking buffalo down everywhere. And in fact, so many that they had to come up with a system to where they'd be like, okay, between daylight and like 9 a.m., nobody's going to walk beyond this line. Let everybody shoot, and then we'll all go out together and start cutting up bison and get them out of there. And then the next round of hunters can have at it. It was like a safety issue. Oh. Yeah.
Is this actually on the park?
No. So it's called the Zone of Tolerance, which is a creepy name, if you're asking me. Zone of Tolerance. So all the states, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, that surround Yellowstone National Park, they have, the cattle producers have real fears of brucellosis, which is a disease that bison and elk pack around, and it causes domestic cattle to abort calves. So hurts them in the pocketbook, bad deal. Well, they want/need to reduce bison populations within the park. Can't hunt inside the park, but at the same time, all the cattlemen associations, they don't want those bison coming out of the park. So what do? Well, they came up with the Zone of Tolerance idea, which is a hunting perimeter around the park. They remove all the domestic cattle from within that zone, and then the bison, if they come out of the park into that zone, they're fair game for hunters. If they make it beyond that zone somehow, some way, then anybody can shoot one. And but typically there's like a brand inspector there to take care of any bison that make it beyond the border of the zone of tolerance.
What do you mean by brand inspector? What does that mean?
Cattle brand.
Oh.
Yep.
So how does that work?
Well, so he's an agent of the state. And he is there to, in this particular case, like, protect the interest of the cattlemen's associations, cattle ranchers, right? And so, yeah, somehow, some way, he's authorized to whack those bison as if they make it beyond. But really, And
what do they do with the meat?
It gets donated to any one of those tribal members that's there. Probably has right of first refusal, at least. If not, would go straight to the food pantry. Yeah, I mean, no waste. And in years past, there's been groups that go up there just to go pull anything that's left in the field, the bones, stuff like that, for making stock. There's groups that go up there and literally, like, take the carcasses off the ground because it is, like, highly sought after food stuff, right? It's a lot of bone broth you can make with a 2,000-pound critter. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But that was an amazing experience. And like, each tribe brings their own tribal game warden with them. They're kind of like in charge of their people. They're coordinating to maximize the harvest. And so they're helping, very willing to help people, like, coordinate to get their animal and get out of the field so they can get the next person in there. and that's part of the system outside of trapping. So they trap inside the park, and then they'll take those animals, move them to a separate facility where they go through, I can't remember how long of a period of monitoring for brucellosis. And then once that the trapped herd is considered brucellosis free, then they can be given to the tribes or sold.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
so that's how, when people have bison on private land, that's how they get them there?
I mean, there's a couple other populations, but yeah. Yep, that's one of them.
And what's the population of bison in the United States now?
I don't know. I mean, I think they're gunning for 6,000 just inside the park.
What do they have now?
Oh, I don't know. Jamie, you'd have to look that up.
Weird. I don't know. It says estimated at around 500,000, smaller portion 31,000 managed, and then like 6,000 in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
There it is.
Very varying numbers though.
Boy, they came so close to being wiped out.
Oh, it's so wild. It's so
It really is crazy.
wild. I was staring at, I was like, Jeff, what's the deal with this skull, your Bison antiqua skull that you have out there?
Yeah.
That thing is amazing.
That's from my friend John Reeves in Alaska. Yeah.
I was wondering
Do you
where
know
that
about the
thing came from.
boneyard?
Yeah.
You know about that place?
Oh, yeah.
That place is nuts.
For a dude who likes to pick stuff off the ground,
Yeah.
that's like a porn page.
Oh yeah, it's a crazy place, and there's no real explanation why there's such a population of dead animals in this one spot. You know, and he thinks it's connected to the Younger Dryas impact theory, because there's a very clear, distinct line of carbon in his ground, like that. You know, when you go deep into the ground, which represents where these, like a lot of these things that he's pulling, they're plus 10,000 years old.